confiscate the money. That girl is a real proud small world, all her friends know me.
So we were back with another episode of the Browns franchise mode. Last episode we played the game against the Bills, and we had a pretty good game though. Are obviously 4-0 in the season now after that game, and it was a pretty close one at the end, but other than that, pretty great game out of both quarterbacks in Tyrod Taylor and Keeper Pop, though. Sadly, he was injured at the end of the game, but he had 270 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on that game, 136.2 passing rating on the game, and Tyrod Taylor, great game out of him too. Moving on to rushing yards, though, our man, though, looks like Duke Johnson, he had 49 yards rushing, and 0 touchdowns, 4.5 per carry. Whereas Keeper Pop had 59 and 1 touchdown and 11.8 per carry. It's a pretty good game at Keeper Pop though. So we're receiving yards, let's see receiving. And it looks like Sammy Watkins 157, Charles Clay 110 with a touchdown, Dickerson 88 and 2 touchdowns, Gilmore had 77 and a touchdown, Maramosa had a 68 and a touchdown, Duke Johnson at 56, Daryl Green Beckham at 34 and a touchdown, and Cody Coleman 23 yards on that game. So moving on to the next thing, which is blocking. So we had Tobin, we had Grice, and we had Creighton that let up sacks in that game. But comes the defense, so defense, Raheem Moore Sr. 10 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss and half a sack. Darby, we'll just go to Browns. Right there. Joe Hayden had 6, Ogba had 5 tackles and 1.5 sacks in that game. Great game of him though. Will had 5, Eli Apple had 5 tackles and 0 sacks. Let's see, less than sacks. So you had Ogba, Upshaw had 1 sack, and Raheem Moore and Lacey Green Ellis had half a sack each. So interceptions, who had interceptions? Nobody had interceptions in that game, so barely any interceptions for the secondary in this season so far. But we'll go to kick returning though. Kick returning was a treat though to see. Obviously Mike Allen had a touchdown, and we did have Odom, who did have a punt return touchdown to start off that, I think our first drive though too. So Odom had a great game. He put him in last minute. He did a great job. 1 return for 89 yards. So great overall game at Odom. We're going to keep him in there, obviously, because he's 99 at punt returning. So we're good there. But now it's time to move on. Ready to go and re-sign our next main man. His name is Joe Thomas. So Joe Thomas, nice to re-sign him, though. He's a very, he's probably the most loyal person you can ever find. If you're the Browns for this many years and they haven't made the playoffs. So we'll probably go 10.6 million is actually pretty good for Joe Thomas. We'll go with that actually. We'll lower it down just a bit. About right there. Actually, no, we'll do this. We'll give him full. There we go. And Joe Thomas is re-signed. So we had to re-sign Joe Thomas. I mean, why wouldn't you want to re-sign? It would be the stupidest thing you could ever do if you didn't re-sign Joe Thomas. So move on to the next thing, which is we had trade offers. It looks like the Broncos being signed Antoine Jackson. We'll move on to the next thing though, which is our injury situation. So Keeper Pop was injured for 5 weeks though. He's out for a while, and this is not good though. We're 4-0 and suddenly our starting quarterback gets out. That's not good. Plus, for some reason the game decided to go and regress Malcolm Gilmore. Yet he had 77 yards and a touchdown that last game. So it doesn't make any sense what the track thing is. Suddenly players are getting injured. Suddenly players are just getting regressed. It doesn't really make too much sense why. But I'll move on to the next thing, which is the next week. So we'll send the next week and see what our situation is in week 5 of the NFL season. So now week 5 right now, and it looks like I think Green Beckham wants to be re-signed. So Green Beckham here, he wants $16 million for 4 years. Okay, so $4.2 million, a $2 million signing bonus for Dorial Green Beckham. I mean, he's actually not that bad. I actually want to re-sign him. So 4 years seems like a pretty good amount of years though. He's 25 years old. He's very young. I think we'll probably hold off though just for a little bit, just to see what we can do with Duke Johnson. I want to get Duke Johnson locked up for a long time, and I think no one else really want to get locked up too long. So I'll negotiate with Duke first, and then we'll go and re-sign Green Beckham after that. So because Duke Johnson obviously is number 1 priority on this team. So returning from injury, looks like Junior Glet's ready from being back from injury. So go to the linebacking core and see what's like on defense. So I think Jordan Grayson was filling in for him. Yeah, he is. So now Junior Glett back in the linebacking core once again. Grayson did a great job filling in for him though. He's obviously 81 overall, the same as his starter right now. So if actually Junior Glett does not play well, we could actually bench him for Jordan Grayson and eventually just go and trade one of them, which will most likely be Glett. So we'll see how it goes there next week, but we'll go and leave in Glett right now for the beginning time, just based on he came back from injury. You don't want to lose a guy's job getting lost due to injury. It'd just suck. So now next up, we have Junior left back from injury. We'll go and spend some of these college points, see who's left in draft so far after the first little bit of scouting. So what do we have here? So what do we actually need on our team though? We need... one thing we could always look for is wide receivers too. It's one thing, but even though we do have tons of wide receivers, we'll probably look for offensive line talent, just based on that you always need more offensive line talent. Plus, our D-line's a little bit more shaky on the defensive tackle spot. So just go down the list here, finding defensive line talent and wide receivers. So Whitehead, is he any good? He's alright. To this guy, he's actually not too bad, I guess. George Skuda. He's actually not too bad. Skuda. Kevon Skuda. Let's see, Julius Rayford. He's not too bad either. I'd like to go and pick up some good defensive line talent, like a D-tackle who could maybe superstar potential. And to be honest, I could see the one, either this guy, because I know the older the guys are, the more likely they are to be superstar potential. At least that's what I heard. So we'll go to left end. Should we check this guy out? We'll check a tight end. Daryl Johnson. He's trash. Bass. He's alright, I guess. And we'll spin on this corner. We're good. Okay, so you spent all the points. Let's move on to the next thing, which is our news. So get right into the news here and see how it's going there in the NFL when it comes to re-signings and all kind of stuff. Because they're most likely going to probably sum up to around that Raiders game in a few weeks. So this week we're taking on the Baltimore Ravens, so obviously 2 undefeated seasons are on the line. That actually kind of sucks though. Hopefully we can win it though. And I'm pretty sure Cody Kessler can actually step in and win this one with Kibber Pop being injured right now. Raiders re-signed Mario Edwards Jr. Cool. Anyone else? Dan Williams. Looks like he turned down a contract offer. Okay. Anyone else? The Buccaneers. 3rd best ranked defense. Okay. So the Buccaneers are actually pretty good. Anyone else on here? The Columbus Caps. So the Caps, I'm pretty sure the Columbus Caps are the San Diego Chargers. I'm pretty sure they are, because I don't see the Chargers anywhere else, and I'm pretty sure the Caps, it just makes sense though. So the Caps are the new San Diego Chargers in the league. Anyone else got re-signed? I doubt really anyone got re-signed. So we're good here now. Let's move on to the next thing and see if we can win against our dear division rival, those damn Baltimore Ravens. Hopefully you can win this game though. We'll send this week and hopefully win. Hopefully Kessler steps up and wins this game with our man Kibber Pop on the sidelines. So we're 5-0 in the season, and it looks like, my god, Cody Kessler, you're a legend here. So let's move on to see this and see how we won that game against those damn Baltimore Ravens. I don't know how we did it, but we won 27-20. We're undefeated 5-0 in the season. So we'll check out this game, see how well we played, especially the quarterback position. So Cody Kessler, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 249 yards passing, and a exactly 100 passing rating. So great game. He's better than Joe Flacco right now. I'm loving this though. So rushing, let's see rushing. So Duke going in 57 on the ground, not too bad I guess, but like to see a little bit more out of him on there. Receiving yards, let's see receiving. Corey Coleman 99 and a touchdown, 7 receptions. Moncrief at 89 on his new team. Green Beckham at 61 and a touchdown. Mero Morosa at 51 and a touchdown, 7 receptions. Looks like Gilmore at 38 and 2. Oh, I don't know what that really means. 2 runs after catch, but we'll go check out sacks allowed. So Creighton let up 2 sacks, Stanley let up 1, and Alex Lewis let up 2. So our defense must have played very well though. So we got a Browns defense. So Quan Williams had 6 tackles, Ogba had 5 and 1 tackle for a loss. Ali Godfrey had 5. Let's see sacks. So sacks, Courtney Upshed had 2 sacks as a linebacker. Glad first game back, and he had a sack and 4 tackles. Great game out of him. And let's see interceptions. And no interceptions once again, because our secondary just seems not be really getting their hands on the ball, I guess. I don't know. They're playing very well though. But kicking field goals, Sam Martin, our punter. I put him at a basically kicker just based on our punter barely gets used at all. We only punt like once or twice per game, so why not put your punter and you actually use him? And we're using him, Sam Martin, pretty well. 52 yards was his longest field goal made. It's clear he's a very good field goal kicker, obviously, in this game. 2 for 2 in the game, and he's already better, I think he kicked more than half the field goals Travis Coons had last season. So Coons looks like he could be on his way out after the play of Sam Martin kicking 52-yard field goals like it's nothing. Punting though, he had 3 punts, okay, so he punted 3 times. Kick return, we have Morosa and Allen. Punt return, we have, it looks like we didn't have, well, come on, we gotta get Odom on there. So we're gonna make sure Odom's on the starting lineup there for the punter. But we won the game, though. But it's important here. So now 5-0 in the season with Cody Kessler and Keeper Pop at the helm at quarterback. So go to the depth chart and make sure we actually have the guys we need at special teams in. Let's go to special teams. And at punt return, we're not going to go and obviously put Marirosa because he's our star wide receiver. We'll go to depth chart and put in that Samuel Odom guy just based on how well he plays when you put him there. So kick return, we'll put him in there. He's 90 in here, but he's way better than he looks than a 90. Like, he's way better than a 90. Go there, because I don't want Marirosa getting injured. We'll put in Looker. There we go. And then we'll go to kick punt return. We'll bring him in there. There we go. Because this guy's like blazing fast, though. He's 5'8". If you're shorter, you're most likely going to be faster. He's a very fast guy. So now you have guys that we could really part with, like Malcolm Gilmore. Sure, you don't really want him in there, but we need 3 guys. Why not put him in there too? So we're good there now. I think we're good. So let's move on to the next thing, which is the news this week, and see if anything big happened. I doubt anything big happened. So just go to news. Must see matchup. Let's see this. So it looks like Baltimore. Okay, so it might be a match between the Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. It's another division battle for them. Who else? So they keep saying that everyone on my team, like every year or every week, there's always rumor mills and stuff. And it looks like they think that I'm going to trade McDougald to the Caps. I'm not going to trade anybody right now. Our team's rolling. We're 5-0. Don't need to make any changes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Anything else? Yeah, there's really nothing else on here. Same old kind of stuff. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next thing, which is the simulating and the scouting. So I'm going to see what I can actually find for scout talent this week, because I doubt I could find anything else really good or worthy. There's a wideout named DJ Cargill. Let's see him. See if he's any good. He's pretty good. He's 21 years old. Don't need a center. Let's see TJ Wiggins. Is he any good at all? He's alright. He's 6th round talent, though. Yankee. He's pretty bad. Left end. See Carrington Teague. He's pretty bad too. Moten. He's pretty bad too. My god, these guys are terrible. Gunter. He's really bad. Ooh, why'd I spend all my points on him? Connor. He's bad on here. There's a lot of bad talent though. Oh my god. Anyone who's actually good? Joel Hampton's pretty good. Just gotta watch out for Big Joe there, or Joel. Now let's move on to the next thing, which is, I guess, simulating, because I really have nothing left to do in here. So we're facing the 0-4 Tennessee Titans against the 5-0 Browns here at First Energy Stadium. So we better win this game. If we don't, I don't know what's up with our team. Are we running against undefeated teams? If we can lose against the Titans, that'd suck so bad. So let's sim this week and see if we can go 6-0 on the season and head into the next week with a winning record once again. And we actually lost against them 5-1. Oh, Cody Kessler, my god, you stepped up, and you stepped up badly. We lost 21-14, low-scoring game. That's bad, though. 0-4 Titans, we lose against them. Of all his possibilities, we lose against the Titans, but oh well, I guess that's just the way it goes. So Fitzpatrick, 8 yards passing, okay. Murray, I guess they didn't really play that bad. 155 for Kessler and a touchdown, 91.4 passing rating. But Mariota, 222, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. We finally got a pick, and 95.7 passing rating. Rushing on the day, we have Duke 77 and a touchdown on the ground. Lewis had 72 and a touchdown. Let's move on to the next thing, which is receiving yards. So Delaney Walker at 71, Corey Coleman at 68, Ruben Randall at 62, Duke Johnson at 44 and a touchdown. Gilmore at 30, anyone else? Kendall Wright at 24, Marmarosa at 7, and Green Beckham at 6 against his former team, so that's brutal. Anyone else? Joe Thomas let up 3 sacks in the day. No, come on, Joe. You let us down big here. That sucks. It's probably just Cody Kessler just not knowing when to throw the football away. That's what I'm guessing. But Eli Apple had 10 tackles, so they really hammered him this week. Maybe he had a bad game, that's probably why. But even the receiving yards weren't that bad, though, so I guess he didn't have a bad game. I don't know. But he had 10 tackles, though, on the day. Let's see our defense only. So he had 10 tackles, Glad had 7, Raheem Moore Sr. had 6, Ogba had 6, and Courtney Upton had 6 and a sack on the day. Glad had another sack. Anyone else? Nadam Kasood had 6 tackles and a sack. So they must have ran the football a lot. There's that many tackles on the D-line. So the 3 sacks, 3 amigos. The interception came from Joe Hayden. So Joe Hayden's still doing strong at the age. I don't know how old he is, but I'll go on to punt return or kick return. So it would have been 21 on the kick return, and punt return he had 36. So not too bad, I guess. Decent averages, I guess, but I don't know. We'll move on to the next thing, which is the scouting once again. So we lost our first game of the season. We're 5-1 in the season. I want to see what those Ravens are doing though. Are they 5-1? They're 3-2. Okay, so we're still ahead of our division rivals. That's all really matters at this point. I really don't care for first, second, third, or even dead last in the NFL. As long as we're ahead of our division, I want to be that. Because last year we lost because we weren't even in the playoffs. It's based on we're not ahead in our division. So always gotta make sure you're better than your divisional talent. But let's move on to the scouting though. Scouting anyone else on here? We'll just go exclusively. We'll go cornerbacks or free safeties. See Fernando Wall. He's pretty bad for the #1 ranked free safety. Same with Pryor. Lots alright, I guess. Darnell Saturday. Not as good as his Saturday. Wilson. He's alright. Deshaun Wilson. And that's way too far down. Cornerbacks. Let's see. Lowry. He's actually pretty good. He's alright. McKee. He's alright. Benoit. And he's not enough. Okay. So moving on to the next thing, which is who are we playing this week? We better be playing somebody good. Playing the Bengals, so another divisional rival. We better win this game. Cody Kessler, please step up and have another good game for the Brownies. Well, next we can see if we can go 5 or 6-1 on the season. So we can go to 5-2. So we lost by we lost the Bengals. That's brutal, and we got an injury too. So no, our starting tight end Green Beckham is out 6 weeks. That's not good. So we're having major injuries right now of guys we actually need on the team, like Pop and Green Beckham. That sucks so bad. So we get injuries to quarterback and now tight end. That's brutal, especially if you traded Gary Barnidge away last season. That just sucks bad. The Bengals 4-2. We're 5-2. So we're 1 win better than them. But we lost 20-20. Another low-scoring game again. So come on. But at least we're losing by a touchdown though. Not like we're getting blown out. But next week we're facing the Raiders. So man, hopefully we're good that game. But Kessler, another solid game though. 227 and touchdown is not bad. 99.7 passing rating. But Andy Dalton just shredded our defense apart. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 123.3 passing rating on the day. Rushing yards though, Bernard 90 on the ground and no touchdowns. Kroll had 66 and a touchdown. Duke at 18 though. He had a bad game. Receiving yards. So AJ Green 150. That is not good. Merriam Rose had 77. Coleman had 25 and a touchdown. Okay. Green Beckham 38 and he got injured. Anyone else? That's about it. See blocking. Blocking, Grace, Bowling, and that's about it. Left sacks. Defense. Go to Browns. So Courtney Upton had a great game though. 13 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, 1 pick, 1 interception. So he'd had like a fantasy player's dream day basically. 13 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pick. That's amazing. But Godfrey 10 tackles and no sacks. And it looks like Nadomkis had 8 tackles and 1 sack on the day. Who had the sacks though? So we had Lacey Greenell had a sack and 3 tackles and so on. Let's see the picks. So it looks like Campbell and Upshaw had the only picks on the day. So we go on to kicking. So kicking, Samar, another solid game, 2 for 2. And the longest was from 41 out. Punting, 4 times he punted. Kick return, Mike Ellen had 4 for 97, that's crazy. Punt return, we had 2 for 20. Okay, so another L though, we took another L in a row. That is not good. 2 game losing streak. That's not how you want to end up being. So next week we're facing the Raiders. I mean, this week we're facing the Raiders. So we gotta win that game desperately. But go check out the news, see how it's shipping up in the NFL when it comes to all this news and stuff. There's gonna be a snooze on the news. Anything good? Same old stuff. No big re-signings. Now there's propaganda here that we're gonna go and trade Kenny Stills. Come on, Peter Schrager. You're better than this. That's been confirmed by the Browns. They're entertaining offers for Kenny Stills. We're not even thinking of entertaining offers for Kenny Stills. We're fine where we're at. We don't need anybody getting traded at all. So it's basically all due to injuries. That's why we're losing though. It's all because of injuries. But so we get Joseph Fourier in right now. That is not really good at all. 6 weeks of Joseph. He's an alright tight end, but he's not like quality tight end, basically. Can we put anybody else in there? Wait. Would Malcolm Gilmore play at tight end? He's still only 6'2", though. How tall is Kenny? 6 feet, okay. Not putting Marmros in there. See Odom. He's 5'8", yeah, he's way too short. So, Foria, how big is he? He's 6'7", yeah, I think we're good with Foria. He's pretty good. But Vince Hanks, is he any good? He's alright. So we're good with Foria. I think he'll do solid in a relief of Dorial Green Beckham. But next week, we're probably going to actually play this game. I want to play a game with the injured Browns taking on, I guess, the 3-3 Raiders. So, anyway, I guess I'm going to start off here. Make sure to like, subscribe for more Browns franchise mode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.